Hi, in this video we will learn about HTML buttons. So we already learned one type of button, that is submit button, which is used inside the form only, and there is another one, that is reset. So if you use input type equal to submit outside the form, it will not work, and if you use input type equal to reset also outside of your form, it will not work. And there is one another button, that is input type equal to button. It is not the submit button, not the reset button. It is just simply a button to do anything from JavaScript. So you can use them to do any task or to do any work or to call any function from JavaScript. And if you put its value, it will show as a text in the button, like pop alert. So this text will come to this. Now how to use them? So you don't know JavaScript, but I'm just showing one simple example. So suppose if I write like on click equal to alert hello, then what it will do, you refresh it and click to form. Just a minute, I forgot to put this. Okay, so as hello is a string, you should put like to comment on the both side. So if you refresh it and click to pop alert, you can say, you can see the hello from the alert. So we will learn about them in our JavaScript course, but for now I have just shown this how to use this button. So these buttons are not the submit button, not the reset button. They are just for executing some task. Okay, so there is another type of and one more thing, you can apply all these things to this button also, like you can use disabled. So this button will be disabled. You can use like autofocus. So if you refresh it, so it will be focused automatically like this. Okay, there is one type of button, that is normal general button, that is not the input type equal to button, that is normal button tag. So how to use them? So generally the tag is button, like button. So that is your normal button, general button. You can use them as the submit button or reset button or normal button, like executing the JavaScript task. So it is general button. Suppose I am removing all three buttons from my form, and now I am putting here my button. Okay, let's, if you want to put some text inside this button, you have to write inside your tag like submit. Okay, so now if you refresh it and submit it, it will just act like submit button. So if you put the normal button inside your form, so it will by default will act like submit button if you do not write anything. But if I write like type equal to reset, and if you go back and refresh it and put some text here, and if click to submit, it will work like reset button. So only the difference is you have to put type equal to reset. So if you put here type equal to submit, or if you do not write anything, by default it will be submit button if you put it inside one form. So I am going with type equal to reset and write reset. So it will act like reset button. So if you write something in username and password and click to reset, it will be reset, and if you write some username and password and click to submit, it will be submitted. Now that is normal button, like button type equal to button. So it will be like pop alert. So it will act like input type equal to button now. So if you click there, so write something here, and if you click there, it is not resetting your form and it is not submitting. So it is just like normal input type equal to button, and it is for just to execute some JavaScript function or JavaScript code. So here I am writing a small code like on click equal to and alert hello, and it is like this. So if you do it and refresh it, so hello will pop up. So this is your general button. So what is the difference between input type button and general button? You can use image also, because here it is just like normal HTML parent child thing. So you can use here image. So here in my RSC folder, so let's say there is one image which is di.png. So suppose I am creating one image in the submit. So though although the logo is is like this, like download, so let's say just I am using it for the submit button only. So it will be like img, just normally your image tag, src equal to dot slash rsc slash di.png. So if you do that, so look, this is your button, this entire thing is your button now. So if you want to minimize it little bit, so put width or height, like height equal to let's say 20. So if you do that, so look, this is your button with the image. So that is the main difference between your normal button and input type equal to button. You can use image also. Okay, so if you put this image to another button also, it will work like this. Okay, that will be the same. And let's say you can use like school also. So let's say it will school.png. So write school here, school. So the school logo will come up to your button. Okay, there is another thing you should know. Let's say if I use this button outside my form, then I am writing like submit, and if you refresh it and click it, it will not work because this is not inside any form. Okay, and just delete it, pressing enter, and now if you type anything and click to submit, it will not work, nothing, because it is not the part of your form, so it will not act like submit button. It doesn't know what to do. But you can execute any JavaScript code here, like if you write on click equal to alert and then allow, then it will work like this. So it will act like normal button outside your form, but inside your form by default, if you do not write any type, it will act like submit. And if you want to use it as a reset form, you should use type equal to reset. And if you want to use it normal button, means if you want to use it like a normal button, you should use type equal to button. But outside form, it will act like normal button, means button only to execute JavaScript code, not the submit, not the reset. But from outside also, means from outside the form, you can use them for your form also. Like here you can see this button is outside your form, but I can use them to my form. So for that, you should give one attribute, that is form. If you put form equal to mf, because in this form my form id is mf, I have put this form id, so you have to write form id. So button form equal to mf. So if you do that, refresh it and click to submit, you can see now it can submit your form. So if you write something in username and password and click to submit, it will just normal submit button, but it is from outside your form. And from outside also, you can use such type of forms as a reset button also, like type equal to reset. And if you do that, just write something in your username and password, and if you click to reset, it will be reset. So it will work from outside your form also, but in that case you have to set form attribute, and it will be your form id of your form. So remember that. And you can use such type of attributes also, like disabled. If you do that, it will be disabled. And you can use like autofocus also, so I am putting autofocus here. Autofocus, sorry, there is another. Okay, so if you do that, you can see this is the autofocus. So you can use such type of attribute also, and you can also put some tooltip like this. I already discussed about tooltip, how to use tooltip in HTML. So it will be your title attribute, whatever the element it is, it will be your title attribute. So if you put title like reset the form, and if you refresh it and if you hover your mouse to your button, it will show the tooltip like reset the form. So you can use them also. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.